often true change happens on the heels of us being willing to face something very difficult and not turn away from it, not turn our back on it, not hide under the covers, but to be actually present to go through it. In life, this could be simply about stepping up to a challenge and doing something that we were really afraid to do, but we wanted to do, or going on a particular interview or meeting somebody that you were afraid to meet, but you really wanted to. And once you do, it's almost as if you've broken through something that allows true change to happen in those stuck areas. But also, when we're looking inward on a spiritual path, we know that the parts of us that we don't want to see, that we want to be in denial about, that we want to downplay, that we want to sweep under the carpet, those are the parts that actually are waiting for our attention and our willingness to see those things before change can happen. So imagine that we're really bringing the next level of interest, the next level of curiosity, and the next level of kind of dropping our resistance. Imagine how many times someone might say something to you. It hurts your feelings. They accuse you of something. Or it might just be very slight, and it might be something silly that wouldn't necessarily hurt anyone's feelings, but in your case, it hit a nerve. Imagine that your initial reaction is simply to somehow be reactive, be angry, to be in denial and say, oh, that's not right, or that's not true, leave me alone, don't say that about me, something. And instead, curiosity would allow us to start with simply wondering why it bothered us so much. Curiosity allows us to take the next step, knowing that our reactivity is a place that our ego has something hidden underneath. We should welcome it, we should invite it, and as I said, we should bring our full attention to studying that reactivity and studying the emotional pain that we find there and continuing to go deeper. A spiritual path is about discovering what we don't know. It's not about discovering what we already know and regurgitating it again and again and again and again and again for days and weeks and months and years, and not even giving ourselves a chance to get past whatever those stories are. Imagine that you stop at a story and say, yes, I've heard this story before. I understand it. And I understand that this story is one of the ego's gatekeepers to some emotional pain that I have inside, some really stuck belief system that is enmeshed in that emotional pain. And the ego is using it to basically keep control of my awareness, my consciousness, my interactions, my relationships. The more we bring our understanding to our path, the easier our path becomes. The more we really get that it's not about what we know, it's about what we don't know, then we're more interested in listening to the feedback of others. We are also more interested in digging in deeper to ourselves. This is a part of what creates change. We can be angry at the world, angry at our parents, angry at people, our childhood, angry at God. We can do that for as long as we need to. But on the day that you decide you really want change to happen, you're going to have to figure out what is it that's going to motivate you to do the work of discovery instead of the repeated cycles that are happening again and again and again. Now, on one hand, nothing is wrong with those cycles. We go through these cycles and we're digging each time with them a little bit at a time. So every time you come to the same part and the same story, you are doing work. But on this path, we're talking about accelerating the time it's going to take for us to actually awaken. And we want to use our time wisely and bring a renewed interest and energy to our path moment by moment, day after day. There's so many different angles of what we can look at, what we can do, how we can do practices, different aspects of learning. And it's endless because infinity exists. That means that there's no end ever to learning, to what we know next. And again and again and again.